It's transfer time, rumours are flying around, astronomical fees are being quoted, but every transfer window coughs up a few bargains. Players who are out of contract and can leave on a free. So this is my out of contract 11. To make things work, I've gone with a 4-3-3 formation, but other formations are of course available. Now we start off between the sticks. There's nothing better than a goalkeeper on the free. But this was the most frustrating position to pick because all the good ones have pretty much already gone. Buffon to PSG, Pepe Reina to AC Milan, Lucas Radetzky to Leverkusen. So I've gone for Espanyol keeper Paul Lopez. He spent the previous season on loan at Tottenham and last season became the #1 at Espanyol Barcelona, keeping 9 clean sheets, which isn't bad for a mid-table club, and he's Spanish, so you can bank on him being good with his feet. Moving up to the back four and the centre-back position where there are 2 absolute steals available at Juventus Turin. Giorgio Chiellini and Andrea Barzagli are yet to extend their contracts and are available on a free this summer. Now Barzagli is 37, so he's probably looking for one last payday. He could add some experience to a young back line somewhere or just get some cash in China. But Giorgio Chiellini is only 33 and still arguably world class. I'd probably back Juventus to sign him on another 1 or 2 year deal, but he could interest quite a few clubs and might shop around. Both of those players aren't going to the World Cup summer as Italy didn't qualify, so they have plenty of time to sort out some deals. Next up is the left back position. Now Luke Shaw's technically out of contract at Manchester United, but they do have an option to extend his deal by 1 year, which they'll probably do even if he does decide to leave so that they can get some money for him. So I've gone for Kwadwo Asamoah. The 29-year-old Ghanaian is at Juventus Turin till the end of the month, but could leave on a free and has interested clubs like Inter Milan. As I say, he's yet to hit 30 and he's incredibly versatile. He can play left back, left wing back, left mid and even centre mid. So I'd back him to probably move somewhere within Italy. Over on the right side of the defence is another Juventus Turin player, Stefan Lichtsteiner, the Swiss stalwart. He's 34 years old, out of contract and has been linked with Dortmund, but now looks more likely to go to Arsenal. Would you pick him, Gunners fans? He still was able to make 32 appearances across all competitions for Juve last season, so he's clearly still able to mix it up with the big boys, and he's closing in on 100 caps for Switzerland, which he'll no doubt rack up at this summer's World Cup. So 4 Juventus players, all available to complete a back four. Now moving on to midfield, at the base of my midfield 3 is Croatian central midfielder Milan Badej of Fiorentina. He's been a constant in the side since joining in 2014 and even captained the side, but couldn't agree new terms with his employer. He'll be at the World Cup this summer with Croatia and has been linked with AC Milan, Juve and Lazio Rome, and has reportedly already turned down offers from West Ham and Aston Villa as he wants to keep playing on the European stage. Next up in midfield is Marihuana Fellaini. Once a £30 million signing for David Moyes at Manchester United and the quintessential plan B. Throw him on, he'll throw a few elbows and probably nick you a goal as well. He's not the best on the ball, but a useful player to have, and after just 23 appearances across all competitions last season, he's looking for more first-team football and has been linked with moves to Italy or Turkey. So after adding steel to our midfield, we complete our 3 with some silk, Jack Wilshere. He was once hailed as England's great hope in midfield, but his career tanked after lots of injuries and a pretty shit loan spell at Bournemouth. He's officially out of contract June 30th, but incoming Arsenal manager Unai Emery is reportedly wanting to have talks with him to convince him to stay. Now, I think he might stay, but could also move to a mid-table Premier League club, really piss off Gunners fans by going to Tottenham, or be tempted by a move abroad. There are still concerns over his fitness, but he managed 20 Premier League appearances this season and 13 in the Europa League, so maybe a manager is willing to have a punt. Moving into the attacking areas, and this is my absolute top pick, Brazilian winger Bernard, who's been playing for Shakhtar Donetsk. Last season, he racked up 10 goals and 4 assists in 29 games for Shakhtar and could be worth a punt as a star player at an average club or make the bench at a big club. He's been capped 15 times for Brazil and was a regular starter at the 2014 World Cup, including in the 7-1 loss against Germany. To make him even more tasty, he actually has a shoulder injury right now, just like Mo Salah, so maybe that will improve his chances. On the right side of my front three is German youth international Max Meyer, who can play anywhere in the three behind the striker, usually deployed as a 10, but also sometimes on the right. After a lengthy contract dispute and public spat with his club Schalke, he's been suspended and is free to leave after the 30th of June. He came through the ranks at Schalke, is only 22 and has been playing first-team football since 2013. So he's definitely worth a punt, although he's not internationally known yet. That could limit his options abroad. My bet is he'll either go to Hoffenheim or some other Bundesliga club, or maybe even tempt Klopp at Liverpool. And finally, to spearhead the attack is Mario Balotelli. After disappointing stints at Liverpool and AC Milan, he rediscovered his form at Nice, scoring 17 goals in his first season and 28 in all competitions in this campaign. He's also made it back into the Italy team, so dare we say it, has he finally matured? His agent Mino Raiola certainly thinks so and has been publicly linking him with moves to both Dortmund and Napoli. So, would you guys take him in your team? Do you think he's ever going to mature? Let us know in the comments. Finally, a team as good as this one needs a good manager, and there's plenty of good ones on the market. Zinedine Zidane has left Real Madrid, Sam Allardyce is looking for a job, and Arsene Wenger, of course, is also available. So let me know in the comments what you think. Are there any of those players that you would pick for your team? And download the Onefootball app to stay on track with all these transfers.